You like my little sound effect there? So, good morning. Monday, February 26, 8:32 a.m. Getting started here to look at what has happened since the market opened yesterday, which looks like some pretty good movement. I've not looked at the accounts yet, but we are staring at the free signal account. We've got an NZD USD that just came out and is already in profit, and we have a nice, very nice, exact same, I think it was NZD USD that traded last Friday and closed overnight. So we'll take a look at that. I got to do something here since we're right at the beginning, and if you're watching me on YouTube and you're not in the group fxwithterry.com, I got to do this. There's just something I feel like I need to save the marketplace, the Forex trading marketplace. I'm just going to do this. I know you guys that watch me see this all the time. It absolutely drives me crazy. I woke up this morning and was watching a little bit of TikTok, and I follow all of these crypto traders and stock traders and Forex traders, and I kid you not. I'm going to show you something here. Let's just have some fun. We'll get everybody into the game here and started. So I seen a guy this morning. He's on TikTok, and he's looking at a chart, and I got to start recording this stuff, right? Like just to go, oh, hey, watch this. So the guy says, well, right here, we had a big green candle push up. And then this is the 4-hour chart. So then the next 4-hour, we had a really big green candle push up. And then up at the top here, the price came down. Please someone tell me in the comments, in the live chat, why a human being is doing that to you. Why are you looking at a chart and them saying, well, there's a big green candle that moved right here, and then there was another big green candle, and up here the price turned down and it went down. What? I don't get it. I feel like these are losing traders. I'm not being a jerk. Most people lose in Forex. We don't lose at fxwithterry.com. We don't lose. But I feel like these must be losers that literally just kind of gave up on figuring out how to trade. And what they do is they only see the market for what it was. Like over here, we've got a big green candle that pushed up, and then we had another one, then we had some small ones, and then we had a few medium ones, and then the price came back down. Why are they telling you what already happened? I seen a guy last night. I was watching him on TikTok, and they did a live. Listen to me. They did a live thing for 2 hours. Looks like a trade just came in. I'm going to take a look at it here. They did a live thing for 2 hours. Never took a trade, but everyone in the comments talked about, yeah, well, I mean, you can see the price bottomed out over here, and then it went up from here. Like, it's just absolute insanity. I don't know what's happening, folks. I don't know why that's what I see all over the place in Forex. But that's what we see. There we go. Some more clapping. So let's get into this. I'm doing a test right now, and I'm curious on your end if you're watching. Let's see. Is anybody watching? We got a couple people. My audio has been terrible, and I didn't really realize it until a few days ago. So the audio microphone that I have right now is terrible. Brand new, bought it off Amazon. I'm traveling, so I was like, you know what, I need a new one. I had it shipped to me, took 3 weeks. It's absolute shit. So yesterday, I did hours worth of research to get a really expensive microphone and a preamp and all that stuff, and I know you guys don't care, but I'm curious what it sounds like right now. I mean, I have this thing right in my teeth. I have it right in my teeth, and it sounds really, and I'm really projecting my voice. Like, if anybody was here with me, they'd be like, what? Why are you yelling? I just want to have better audio. So we have better audio coming. It looks like it will get here. Well, let's take a look. They said I would get it. I won't get it till next week, so you probably won't see it until the 6th or the 7th, Tuesday or Wednesday next week. Wait, sorry. Yeah, you won't probably see it until Wednesday, Thursday next week. That sucks. But we're going to get through this. So, again, in the live chat, in the comments, whatever you need to do, let me know what this is really like on your end. I just got a thumbs up, but that doesn't tell me anything. Tell me if it's really coming through, because frankly, I went and watched some of my replays, and it's almost like I'm whispering. So I will fix that. I'm surprised you guys haven't complained more. So NZD USD, this is, if I click this, let me pull it up a little bit bigger on my screen. This is FX with Terry. Get my pen going. This is FX with Terry, signals free. Man, I can't even draw a straight line this morning. There's my straight line. So this is the free account. This launched off this morning. Not that long ago, I believe. I think it was just after, just maybe half hour ago. Nonetheless, someone in profit. If you look at the closed overnight, we've got $158.22 closed. That's a signal trade. You could bid whatever you want right here. It looks to me like what happened was, if I were to guess, we were in two trades that closed, and then we went into another one that closed, and now we're in another. What's interesting is NZD USD, I've been taking it back and forth between the free signal account and the premium. It's that one pair that it's like that if you keep that, if I keep that in the free signals area, it has just enough momentum and volatility to continue to dominate any of the other pairs that I would be trying to trade in the free signals area, which are ultimately stable, slower pairs. If someone's coming in, they're brand new, they're taking the free signals. I don't want them trading GBP JPY, which is going to, go absolutely apeshit, or potentially could, because of the volatility. The pips per day is 160, let's say, whereas EUR CHF might be 40 pips per day. If someone comes in and you're just getting started, yeah, it's a free signal. I don't want to give away the bank, but I also don't want it to be absolutely crazy and out of control and something they have to overmanage right out of the gate. I want them to build some confidence. So when I put NZD USD in the free signals area, it just pops off one after the other. So I'm going to try to remove it again and get some of the other a little bit slower pairs. Although this, obviously, if you look at these results, that's a hell of a result right there. $158.22 in closed, all winning trades in the signal area. And again, you can bid whatever you wanted on these trades. These are references of what you should be bidding on a mathematical level based off of the previous trades, and if there's any sort of drawdown on that currency pair. So nonetheless, got a great trade. You could jump into this right now. The reason I say that is if I hold my thumb over this and go to the chart, and let's see if we can zoom in. So yeah, you can see the trade, the buy trade entered down here, and the take profits right here. You can see our prices right in the middle. These are the kind of thing, that doesn't mean it's going to back, that does not mean it's not going to back out, and we're going to add more trades in this basket. Certainly can happen. Also means that it's going to go into profit pretty quick. So you could jump in on this trade right now. I said this to someone yesterday, and I'm very careful about this, but you could probably jump in on this trade based off of what's been happening recently. Again, I don't know what the future is, right? But you could jump on this trade right now at a relatively high lot size and do pretty well. You could. You really could. So let's go to pause screen, and we'll go look at the premium signals account, because I'll tell you what, some stuff was really popping off on that account. So let me look through my list here. That is account number 688. And I'm really projecting my voice this morning, and nobody has said a word as to whether maybe you can't even hear me. I don't know. Let's see. So 688 is the account we're going to look at. I'm looking right past it. So let me, before I show you on the screen here, because I'm not going to show you the open trades, because that would be, I'd be cheating the people that are pegging for the premium signals. We are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 currency pair trades. We have a total drawdown of a positive $50. So that's pretty good. That means there's some pretty good movement. And then what I'm going to show you is this, which I think should be pretty impressive in terms of closed. Here we go. In terms of closed trades since yesterday market open. Look at these. Not one loser. I say this all the time. My trades do not lose. It's literally my branding concept. I say it on the internet. I say it on YouTube all the time, and people are like, yeah, anyone that says that's a scammer. I'm like, cheers to you. Have some coffee. Go get scammed somewhere else. So $62.87 closed of signal profits. You could bid anything you want. You could bid and should bid based off of your account size, your leverage, the amount of other trades you're in, and most importantly, I'll go back and do this because this is probably the most important metric we look at, although not relevant on this, it's a signal account, is we look at our margin level percent. Look at my margin level percent in this account, 281,000%. Could we bid a lot more? Absolutely we could. But again, this is just a signal account. So looking really good. Again, $62.87 closed overnight, not one losing trade. I will say this. You need to get tired of me saying this. What did you bid? There we go. I finally got a comment. There must be like huge delay. Sometimes on these YouTube live streams is like a 60-second delay. So I think I know who that is, but everybody on YouTube has a different username. But they said, "Hear you fine." Is it like, let's go deeper. Is it loud or is it just kind of enough? Because I need it to be loud. That's why I bought a $300, $350 new microphone setup last night. I notice as I talk, my voice tends to trail off. I need to stop doing that, especially with this microphone. So I'm telling you right now, I'm talking extremely loud. So, all right, got a good question. They said, can you explain what you mean when you say fees are baked into a trade? When a basket of trades is open for weeks at a time, those swap fees add up. Just curious what you do when you bake it in. Yeah, so we'll definitely talk about that. And it's Denise, and she says loud and clear. All right, cool. So we can jump into that. I don't think, just get prepared. You're not going to like my answer on the fees thing. Okay. I'm going to give you Terry's answer, and then we can think it through a little bit. Okay. And like you said, when a trade is gone for weeks, that is completely rare that it would go for weeks and weeks. But even then, if you're trading at a broker, well, let me go ahead and give you Terry's answer to that. I don't care. I don't care what the fees are. It's like I have an automobile and I got to drive across the country, and I'm not going to go because I don't like the fees of what the gas is at that point. And I know that this is going to this might even rub you wrong, but I'm telling you right now, it's just, if you were to ask, I don't even think about it. It's baked in the sense that if you get to the end of a 3-week trade, which is pretty rare, and your broker has hit you so hard with swap fees and you don't make any money, you're at the wrong broker. I have never seen ever a fee on any broker that I'm working with that bothered me in any way other than probably Bitcoin. Trade a Bitcoin, trade Bitcoin on the Forex market, you'll get a $35 per day swap fee, which is basically the spread anyway. It's about 40 points, 40 pips, what do you want to say, maybe more than that. So it's baked in the sense that there's enough take profit on each trade, baking in the fact that it's covering the fees. I mean, I would imagine the worst case scenario would be your broker charges you so many fees that at the end of a long-term trade, maybe a couple weeks, you break even. You're at the wrong broker. You're just at the wrong broker. But I have to be honest with you. It's nothing I have ever thought about for more than 3.5 seconds, ever. I look at it like if we hit the button on one of these, we had a swap fee of $1.29 and minus 60 cents. But I don't care, right? It's just something, if you're asking me, it's not something that I worry about at all. Mark says, prop firm fees are ridiculous, but prop firms are kind of ridiculous themselves. Absolutely. Yeah, I've seen that. I seen, what was the prop firm fee I seen the other day? I think I bid a 1.0 lot size, and the fee going right in was $8 or $9. I was like, whoa! But, as Mark says, cost of doing business. So Denise says, in the rare occasion that the fees wipe out most of the profits on a particular trade overall, we will make it up on other. Yeah, but see, that's even, I just have to tell you, it's kind of like, you stop looking that way. Look over here, right? Don't look this way. Look over here. I literally don't pay attention to it. It is a cost of doing business. Yeah, it's just not something I look at or focus on. That's just me, right? That's just me. But I've never seen it to where the fees were so high where the profits didn't come out. Like, I don't care personally if I held a trade, let's say 3 weeks, and because my fees were so high, my profit was only $17. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. Because that's kind of like, and this is, I got to be careful because I'm not talking about you, Denise, asking the question. But this is kind of like, getting focused on the wrong things. And I'm not saying you're doing that. Everybody has their, as their focus. It's just, I guess I'll just leave it at that. It's just not anything I think about, just not. And, so kind of here's where I was going with it. I really, really, and it takes some work, takes some personal mental work. I really focus on this over the long term. 30 at the least. I don't look at it on a daily basis in terms of, I'm doing great, I'm doing bad. If you run any one of these currency pairs on 12 months of historical data, which I have done and I do, they do phenomenal. Incredible. And altogether, they do phenomenal times 10. Phenomenal times 22, because that's how many currency pairs we trade. So, yeah, just not something I look at. All right, pause, and then next account. Let's see what we're looking at. So we looked at the free, we looked at the premium. Let's take a look. Let me think for a second. Yeah, let's take a look. I have to be careful here because I'm going to show you the automated high profit trades, the gold, the NAS, the US 30. I'm going to take a look at that, and then we'll look at it. I'm going to look at the signal account and what's closed. I'm losing my voice again this morning, probably because I'm over here yelling. And then later, we're going to look at an account that's pulling in those high profit trades and bidding quite a bit. So let's take a look at this, and I'll show it to you from just a little bit different angle in terms of what's closed. Let me look at what's open right now. So, oh, cool. All right. So I had something that worked out, and I'll show you. So we are in a gold trade right now, and in fact, I did send this signal out. I'm in 3 gold buy trades. In fact, I could probably just show you this because these signals went out. What's closed did not go out as a signal. And eventually I won't be showing these signals. So but I will be showing the trading results. So, all right, let me put it up here. So here's the gold account. Gold just moved this morning, and then it stopped. It just freaking stopped. So I had thought there was a couple different areas. I shouldn't say I had. My AI, my artificial intelligence system did. I placed this pretty early, this buy limit. It's quite low on the chart. If we were to look at it, I placed the buy limit way down here. This is on the 30-minute. 5 buy trade up here, and the price just has kind of consolidated. We got some push down this morning, and typically during that push down, that's when I do a buy because it's going to return. I believe it will. That's typically what it does. I don't want to mark up the chart too much there. But yeah, that's what's going on. And you can take that if you want to, but again, there's a lot going on there. What I want to show you is what I closed. So this was the first trade, the NES 100. Did the first trade yesterday just after market open. It was a high-risk trade, and I just felt like I wasn't sure. I really didn't want to take a loss at the beginning of the week, right? I just didn't. So I saw it go into a little bit of profit, and I was watching it, and it was really slow, and it ended up, I closed out in profit, just a very small profit, and it ended up pushing, and this would have been hundreds of dollars worth of profit. So there you go. I was getting a little emotional, but a lot of it is because you guys, I send this out to you, and I want it to work. You know, I want it to work really well. I want it to be 100%, right? It's never going to be 100%. Let me show you that trade on the chart. And then also, I did a test buy on oil, U.S. oil this morning, because the AI was saying it was a good buy. Worked out really good, $33.80. But again, this is a signal. I will show you this trade. Well, no, this probably did not get copied. Now, it didn't get copied because I don't have the symbol U.S. oil mapped in to the account that I copy these to, so probably need to do that. Just kind of a random thing. I've never traded U.S. oil ever before, but the AI was saying, hey, buy. I was like, all right, I'm going to try it, but I did not send this out to anybody else's account. But looks pretty good overall. Signal profits $74.90. But what I want to do is go look at that NES 100 trade real quick and show you what happened. Yeah, so this is a 30-minute chart. So I did a buy, the original buy, somewhere down in here, early in the night. And then the price just went sideways. And then all of a sudden, this morning, look where we're at. We probably would have been, I think I had take profit 3 up here somewhere. We would have been hundreds of dollars in profit. I got out. It was an emotional, I don't know why I did that. I was like, I don't want to lose at the beginning of the week. I just launched this feed. So nonetheless, you still pulled a little bit of profit out of it. But Terry got a little emotional, mostly because I want you guys to win. And we did win. We could have won more. That's always the case, right? So back to the pause. Let's go on to the next account. Probably getting a little chatty this morning. Let's see. I'm not going to look at that one. The next one I'm going to look at is the $3,000 to $100,000 account challenge. And let me take a look at it here. And then we'll pull it up. I really have not looked at this account at all, but I did up the bid. So let's see what comes out of it. Let me share it here. So this is the 3K to 100K account. We're up $570. Current margin level percent, and this is kind of what I want to start talking about and tell you what we're going to do here. So we're at 5,800% margin level. We're in about 3 dozen trades, roughly, and closed overnight. And you'll see what I did here. Closed overnight, $48.44. This is a $3,000 account that we're going to trade to $100,000 using my automated system, which by the way, begs the fact that if I'm using the automated system, it's the exact same as my free signals and my premium signals. It's just with those signals, you've got to manually take them. I am not manually placing these trades. Rarely will you see me manually placing a trade. But nonetheless, some really nice, I mean, a ton of volume since market open yesterday. No losses, all net profit. $48.44 of net profit. But you'll notice something I did here. I increased the bid to the base bid to 0.07. You can see it here. And if you go back to some of these other ones at the top, I was at base bid of 0.1. So I'm going to start pumping this thing up. You can see them right here, the 0.7. I'm going to start pumping this thing up. 0.7, like I know how this works. This is a 3K account, and 0.07 on a 3K account right now in these current market conditions is going to do really well. 0.01, let me reference it. 0.07 on a $10,000 account last year nearly blew out the account because of the volatility. Every trade that we went into, the market just pushed hard against us. And same algorithm that we have now. It's like, so why is it different? It's just because how they were manipulating the markets, just raping the market. It was painful. But what I want to show you here, and we have to do this because I think this is going to get boring if every morning I'm like, look guys, profit, 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 no emergency, because I'm really good at this now. I can run an account. You give me any size account, and I know what to bid and where it should be. And 99% of the time, I don't have to do any mitigation. Okay, so where that is that I'm going to push this account and get our margin level percent down below 1,000, maybe less. I'm going to push it too far. And what I'm going to do is then show you, we're going to take advantage of this and show you that when this happens to your account, and at this point, I don't care what size your account is, if you're down at 150% margin level, which typically I'm going to start managing it before we get there, right? I start looking at what's going on with all what's open, what's closed, right? I start basically closing some of the old trades. Now, if I have a single pair, let's see if there's an example in here right now. Yeah, like NZD USD is the only pair and trade open right now at a profit. I would, if my margin level percent was getting down in the uncomfortable area, I would simply take profit on that. I would then go into my automated copy system and say, don't take any more NZD USD trades. So I would start tiering down, right? I would also do another mitigation. I would make a real quick text file list of all of the currency pairs that are open right now. And I would go into my copier and I would say, only trade these. Because maybe my copier's taken all 22. I would say, only trade these pairs that are open right now. That way it's not adding, I'm not managing and it's adding trades onto my low margin level percent. And then I would start looking at, so let's say there's nothing else to close. I would start looking at, let's take this basket here, AUDJPY, okay? It's starting to turn around here. So I'm like, I don't necessarily feel like I got to manage this. If these last 3 trades right here were all red in drawdown, I would start going to the very first trade here and I would close it out. I just would. I would close it out. I would force the loss, because as long as I'm getting more trades at the top here and I'm bidding more, which in this case it's bidding a 0.04 from a base 0.01, I would start mitigating. But I need you guys to see that, because I know we are going to get into situations this year, or heck, tomorrow for you even, if you've overbid and your account's too small for what you're trading. So again, I'm going to push this account to the ragged edge. What's interesting is I'm good enough at this where I think you're going to be extremely impressed. That doesn't mean I can't push it too far and lose in the middle of the night while I'm sleeping. And that's typically when it's going to happen, right? But you should be pretty impressed because you'll see that I push this to the ragged limit and end up pulling more profits out of it than I would if I just took a medium to low conservative type bid and just let it run automatically. The problem that happens is people get an account like this, their margin level percent gets down to 300, 200, 150, and they just sit here like this. It's going down. I hope it comes back. I hope it comes back. Oh, damn, my $3,500 account just turned into $19. So you can't watch it. You have to mitigate and manage it, and it's only rare. Like if you feel like you're managing your account all the time, you're overbidding. End of story. So pretty nice results on that one. I know I'm getting a little winded here, but I want you guys to learn. Like people are watching this, like right now, watch. Let's say we have 1 or 2 people watching the video right now. I hope that a year from now, 10,000 people have watched this. There's an education in each day, in each trade, in each concept. Back to the pause. Let me go to my account list to see what we're going to look at next. This one will be fun to look at. This is a very large account taking my one profitable trade feed, and which basically takes one currency pair and trades it to profit. And also I've added in the high profit trade. So let's see what's going on with that account. Account number 773 coming at you. Here it is. Yeah, let's take a look at this. So I'm still holding this GBP USD trade literally going sideways. That's about what it was last week in terms of drawdown. Sorry, a little distraction there. So here's the basket of gold that's just kind of going sideways, and then I have a buy limit way down at the bottom of the chart. But if we look at closed profits, and this is bidding more than what the signal, or I should say more importantly, this is bidding 10 times what the automation is sending out. So instead of 7 cents, I'm bidding 70. So that was pretty nice. Now, this did not take the US oil. I need to program the account so it does take US oil if I take it. But look at that. That's a pretty nice trade. And yeah, this is a large account, but you could have handled this on this. $3,000 account would have handled this trade. Right? What is that? Is that 10% in one day? 11%? So that's pretty good. That is really good. Let's pause and move on to the next account to look at. Next one is my 1K live account. I'm not going to push this one. We're going to use the 3K to 100K account to just push the daylights out of it. I'm letting this one just sit. So let me look at the account number here. 069. Let me pull it up. 069. Here it is. I have not looked at this. Again, I put my auto trader on a $1,000 account. I've made 11-12%. This is over. I haven't had this going for more than about 3 weeks. You can see the trades that are open right now, most in profit. And in terms of closing last night, I closed $2.14. Remember, this is a $1,000 account. This is taking the minimum bid on 10 currency pairs out of the 22, and I'm just going to let it grow. I'm going to let it grow. It's done 12% in a couple weeks. That's damn nice. I get it's only $1,000, and I get that I only made $2.14 overnight. This, where else can you do this? Go ahead and start an internet business and see how long it takes you to make your first $2.14. It will take you months, if not years. We did this in less than 24 hours. All right, another pause. That's kind of a simple, straightforward account. Really just proof of concept, but it is a real live account. And I believe that is the accounts I wanted to look at. I wonder if I should do, if you guys have any sort of tests or something that you want to do, let me know. I'll launch an account and we can keep an eye on it in the morning. Let me come back to something here before we finish. So the free is 690. I'll come back to that. 690. Here it is. Still in the NZD. So this is the free trade for the week, or free trade for the day, right? We'll see how long it takes. Just looking through the comments here. Yeah, so I think we're pretty much clear on the fee concept. Ignore it. You know, unless it's blowing out your account and killing your profits, I'd never look at it. I look and go, oh wow, I made, you know, it's like look at that $1,000 account where I made $2 and something, $2.50 last night. If I were to go look at the fees, I probably paid that much in fees, but it's just not something that I focus too much on. Start paying attention to that thing that I said. We'll end with this. Start paying attention to that thing that I said in the beginning, which is that mind virus. Because here's what I see happening. I see people say, well, Terry, you're right. I'm taking your trades. They're winning. I had someone say this last week, which I really was like, what? Just tweaked me a little bit. Tweaked me in a kind of weird way. They said, yes, Terry, all of your trades are winning. Every trade that you give me wins. But it's trading the opposite way of the way I would trade. Like, you're buying when I'm selling. And I'm like, did you just say that out loud? Yeah, you did. You have to be able to understand what you're bringing. Like, that, there's no logic in what you just said. There's psychosis in what you just said. And I don't mean that in a negative way, right? There's a psychosis. There's a, it's like when I talk about that book, Virus of the Mind. It's the science of memetics. A meme. A thing that is maybe launches your dopamine, but is completely not true. Not true in the sense of a value that moves you forward. I'll say it again. I did it at the beginning. It's like the guy that I watch, or the people that I watch on YouTube and TikTok, that look at a chart like this, USD CAD 4-hour chart. They'll scroll back and they'll go, well, right here you had a large green candle, and that lasted for 4 hours. And then for the next 4 hours, you got another green candle, and then you can see up at the top here that the price came down. I'm like, no shit, Dick Tracy. But that's what they are saying. And I think there's some sort of implied like, hey, look at me. I know what the price is going to do. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. And you don't. Speaking of that, and I'll go ahead and end with this. No news today on Monday, but we've got US dollar news all week. So we're going to pay attention to that. Anyway, I'm going to stop and go out on the intro, a little bit of intro music here, and come on over to the group, fxwithterry.com. If you're not already there, get involved. Derek says profit is profit is profit. That is exactly right. We will end on that, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning, bright and early, 8:30 a.m. Mountain Time, and get into the group and engage. Share some of your results. I'm showing mine. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. I'll see you later. Take care.